begins overnight into tomorrow when we see this low pushing on through in through the Maritimes, and then eventually it will reach Newfoundland as we head into your Wednesday morning. But this is going to bring close to 100 to 120 millimeters of rain for some of us. Very windy conditions, and it's Wednesday and it's Thursday where we're looking at really nasty weather. And Thursday in the early morning hours through the Gaspé Peninsula and parts of northern New Brunswick and along the western shores of Newfoundland, we could be seeing some wet snow mixing. And for higher elevation regions in through Newfoundland, some areas picking up a few centimeters of snow. It's a very strong storm system. Rainfall warnings in place. This could be close to 120 millimeters for some, and a storm surge warning as well, mainly in through the Northumberland Strait. But we have Moncton involved in this storm surge warning. So we also have flood concerns, very windy weather. And again, it's Wednesday and it's Thursday. It really clears out nicely as we head into Friday. Temperatures cool down too during the storm. Wind warnings here, as you can see, gusts are over 100 kilometers an hour, and a breakdown here where we're seeing a lot of the moisture. It's really in through this area here around Charlottetown. As you can see, Sydney as well included in regions where we're picking up the most moisture. The Avalon Peninsula getting off a little easy here. 15 to 30 millimeters of rain. We'll see more on the western shores of Newfoundland. And again, we're talking about the potential for snow mixing. Green is the indication of where we're seeing the rain. For Wednesday afternoon, we could see some mixing along the western shores of Newfoundland, in through parts of Quebec too. And for Wednesday and through the overnight, more regions in through the Gaspé may be seeing some rain snow mixing as well. We head to Ontario, where it's a completely different story. High pressure in place. Temperatures are on the rise. We're seeing sunshine. It is gorgeous conditions. I think you're going to like the long range forecast too. Even into your weekend, it's looking really nice for this long weekend. Here are temperatures for Wednesday: 17 degrees, 15 in Kingston. It looks coolish, but with the sunshine, that's going to help out quite a bit. In through northwestern Ontario, looking really nice, 24 degrees in through Fort Francis. And here it is, our sunshine forecast. These areas that are marked in yellow are going to see the most sun. It's just in through northwestern Ontario for Friday, pushing towards the Nickel Belt, where we could see a little bit of cloud cover. It's not a storm moving through, it's just a little bit of cloud cover, because otherwise it looks like we are seeing a lot of sunshine. So have your sunglasses. You still have to wear your sunscreen even though it's fall. And for this evening, stargazing is great. We have clear skies. Towards the west, moisture moving in through southern BC, and we're still seeing really warm temperatures in through parts of the southern prairies. Winnipeg tomorrow, you're going to get up to 28 degrees, and we're going to see some rain on Wednesday pushing in through southern Alberta, just south of Calgary. Your temperatures here, Calgary 11 degrees for Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be very active for us in through Atlantic Canada. Stormy conditions. We have storm surge warnings in place, wind warnings, rainfall warnings. It will be very, very tricky to get around with the active weather. Fair weather across Ontario and Quebec, looking gorgeous. In through the prairies, we still have that ridge of high pressure, very warm temperatures, and unsettled with rainy showers in through southern BC. Thursday, nice break there in southern BC. Cooler temperatures in Alberta. Chance of rain showers in through Calgary. Still warm here in southern Manitoba, and really this week across southern Ontario is looking great. Sunshine, temperatures are on the rise into Friday, and for Friday, Toronto, your daytime high looks to be about 23 degrees. Not too bad. We have that nice clearing on Thursday and Friday in Atlantic Canada, and then cooler temperatures here for us across the prairies. Not cooler very dramatically, but it's more seasonal at about 14 degrees in through Regina. For southern BC, still seeing some sunshine there. And for Saturday, wet weather in BC, but otherwise it looks like a great travel day across the country. What's happening right now? Well, we're counting down to your local forecast, and then right after that, stay tuned for our active weather forecast. I'll update you on the storm system moving in through Atlantic Canada, what's happening there, and stories across the rest of the country too. But a quick look at a few select cities here. Notice temperatures are really cooling down in Halifax, down to 6 degrees on Thursday, with that system moving through, bringing a lot of moisture and very windy weather too. Across Ontario, spectacular conditions. You're going to like me this week. This forecast looks great. Temperatures are on the rise, and the weekend also looks nice too. Into the prairies, we're seeing very warm conditions still. Winnipeg 28 degrees on Wednesday. We have humidex values for Thursday, feeling closer to 30, but it will be windy across southern Manitoba for tomorrow. As far as Vancouver goes, 12 degrees on Wednesday. Thursday looks to be a nice break day. The rain returns by Friday into the evening. Stay tuned for your locals now. And once again, we're seeing another system move through. Not a hurricane, not a post-tropical storm, just a low-pressure system that's already bringing lots of rain across the maritime provinces. We have watches and warnings in place, and it will reach Newfoundland as we head into your Wednesday morning. So here's the timing. We're already seeing the rains here and through parts of New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. Lots of rain. The heaviest rain, in fact, through the overnight into your Wednesday happens in the Maritimes, and then it pushes in towards Newfoundland. Winds are going to pick up, and we do have some storm surge warnings to talk about, too. Notice here we're sort of in the warm sector and through St. John's, so you're not getting hit as hard. But here where the rainfall warnings are, this could mean between 60 to 100 millimeters of rain from Wednesday through to your Thursday, so there are flood concerns across the board and through Atlantic Canada. Storm surge warning and through the Northumberland Strait, and that means you want to definitely stay away from the shorelines. It's going to be some wicked waves. In terms of winds, gusting close to 100 kilometers an hour or higher, and a look at the rainfall totals indicates that parts of New Brunswick not seeing as much, but notice areas marked in red are going to get hit very hard. And again, it's Wednesday into Thursday, and by Thursday, you'll notice a huge temperature drop for Halifax to reach a high of about 9 degrees compared to about 13 degrees for tomorrow. We're much more mild today. And on the western shores of Newfoundland, you're getting hit harder, as I mentioned, than the Avalon Peninsula. We're not seeing rain across Ontario this week. We have high pressure in place. It's going to be sunny. Temperatures are on the rise. It's a fantastic forecast, especially after last week when it was hit or miss showers really each and every day. We had overcast skies and quite a bit of rain, and it was cool over the weekend. This weekend, a sharp contrast. We're above seasonal. In terms of the sunshine, this is our sunshine forecast. Notice that by Friday, northern Ontario is going to see a little bit of cloud cover, but we're not doing too bad. Southern Manitoba for tomorrow, winds sustained at about 30 kilometers an hour. Precipitation moving south of Calgary for your Wednesday afternoon. In Vancouver and the interior, seeing some showers and at times drizzle. Now, with all of the active weather moving into Atlantic Canada, if you can take photos, if you can call our storm line, we'd love to hear from you.
In terms of active weather, there's lots to talk about in the eastern part of the country, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, no, on Monday we had post-tropical storm Ophelia moved through, but it's tonight that we're talking a more major storm really moving through the maritime provinces and eventually Newfoundland.
Upload pictures and video. Of course, safety comes first, but we anticipate flooding rains and storm surge, beach erosion. Very dangerous situation, in fact, and it's not even a tropical system. Could be doing worse damage than Ophelia, but we'll wait and see.
You're
what about
right.
that sunshine?
Well, Gary, I'm going to let you talk about the sunshine. I know you like
ahead.
this map.
It's
a very positive.
You talk about it.
It's a very positive map. We'll talk about who's seeing sunshine and what temperatures look like too. Stay tuned. We'll get to the story in the east, but first we'll focus on the west. In through southern BC, Vancouver is going to see some rain pushing through, and then we're back to the story here in through Atlantic Canada. We have moisture pushing through already across the maritime provinces. It's going to make its way towards Newfoundland heading into your Wednesday morning, and just consider Wednesday and Thursday to be very messy conditions, very windy, lots of rain, flood concerns certainly, and storm surge is a potential too. So we'll take you through these warnings. We have a rainfall warning in place for parts of PEI, Sydney, and through the western shores of Newfoundland. Some regions picking up close to 20 to 60 to 100 millimeters of rain. The storm surge here indicated in this color, this burgundy color, so Charlottetown, Sydney, Moncton as well, and wind gusts could be close to 100 kilometers an hour at times or even more. And a look at our totals. Notice in red, those areas getting hit the hardest with rain, and the western shores of Newfoundland seeing 80 plus millimeters. St. John's maybe 15 to 30 millimeters of rain. And interestingly, because temperatures are so cold, for Wednesday afternoon, western shores of Newfoundland could be seeing a rain-snow mix. The green's an indication of the rain, and for Wednesday overnight, the Gaspé Peninsula, parts of New Brunswick, rain-snow mix for you too. As far as Ontario goes, not much to talk about. It's a boring forecast, but in a really great way because we have sunshine. Temperatures are on the rise. 17 degrees in Toronto for tomorrow towards Thunder Bay. We're looking at 15 degrees, but Fort Frances, 24 degrees. And we love this map here. It's the sunshine forecast. Thursday, Friday looks great, although a little cloud cover creeps in through northwestern Ontario. Back to Gary with more stories on the west. Rain in Vancouver, rain for Abbotsford, Burnaby, and moving into the interior as well. We're going to see some precipitation. Not a heavy amount, but rain. Calgary, south, we're seeing rain showers for your Wednesday afternoon.
This long-range forecast is brought to you by TempStar.
Wednesday is going to be very active for us in through Atlantic Canada. Stormy conditions. We have storm surge warnings in place, wind warnings, rainfall warnings. It will be very, very tricky to get around with the active weather. Fair weather across Ontario and Quebec, looking gorgeous. In through the prairies, we still have that ridge of high pressure, very warm temperatures, and unsettled with rainy showers in through southern BC. Thursday, nice break there in southern BC. Cooler temperatures in Alberta. Chance of rain showers in through Calgary. Still warm here in southern Manitoba, and really this week across southern Ontario is looking great. Sunshine, temperatures are on the rise into Friday, and for Friday, Toronto, your daytime high looks to be about 23 degrees. Not too bad. We have that nice clearing on Thursday and Friday in Atlantic Canada, and then cooler temperatures here for us across the prairies. Not cooler very dramatically, but it's more seasonal at about 14 degrees in through Regina. For southern BC, still seeing some sunshine there. And for Saturday, wet weather in BC, but otherwise it looks like a great travel day across the country. I'll start off with the pleasant news. If you're traveling through Ontario or Quebec, for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it's sunshine all day. You're just going to need your sunglasses. And heading into the weekend, temperatures are on the rise. A different story here. We're already seeing rain in through the maritime provinces with a major storm system moving through this evening into Wednesday and Thursday as well. So it moves through quite quickly and then makes its way towards Newfoundland. So you're seeing the active weather Wednesday. And again, notice that we're seeing very windy weather. You can tell on our maps when it's windy because you see those white lines. They're called isobars. The closer they are together, the stronger the winds are, and they'll be quite strong. We have rainfall warnings in place, which could mean anywhere between 60 to 120 millimeters of rain for some of these regions, particularly near PEI. And we have storm surge warnings in through Charlottetown, Sydney, Moncton as well, and wind warnings as well. These gusts could be close to 100 kilometers an hour or even over that at times. So Wednesday into our Thursday, notice these regions marked in red seeing the most rain, and through the Gaspé Peninsula, not as much moisture moving through you. And even towards Moncton, we're seeing close to 30 millimeters of rainfall for you. Western shores of Newfoundland getting hit a lot harder than the Avalon Peninsula. You're seeing about 15 to 30 millimeters of rain. And also as the system pushes through, it's going to dramatically drop down our temperatures. But temperatures are on the rise here and through Ontario. High pressure's in place. So it's sunshine all day over the next few days. And of course, many people excited about the long weekend, and it looks spectacular across southern Ontario and Quebec too. Now, this is a major system pushing through. The Maritime's already seeing rain showers right now, and it will continue through the overnight hours. Winds are going to really pick up, and then it moves towards Newfoundland for Wednesday. Now, it's not just Wednesday. It's into Thursday where the really nasty weather doesn't quit. It's only when we head into Friday that this system starts to move offshore, and things are relatively calm right after that. But lots of watches and warnings in place. Rainfall warnings look like this. It could mean between 60 to 120 millimeters in some regions. We have storm surge warnings in place as well. So Charlottetown, Sydney, Moncton as well. These are going to be some rough waters right here. And the wind warnings could mean gusts between 90 to 100 kilometers an hour, or maybe even more at times. But a look at the rainfall totals you can see here in New Brunswick, not seeing as much as areas in through Nova Scotia. And for the Avalon Peninsula, you're getting off a little bit easy, getting a little harder hit here on the western shores of Newfoundland. Also, I want to mention that the green is the rain, but the pinkish color, that's a rain-snow mix. That's how cold temperatures will be for Wednesday afternoon. So in through the western shores of Newfoundland, parts of Quebec, not only Wednesday afternoon, but through the overnight, even seeing some rain snow mixing there and through the Gaspé Peninsula. Different story in Ontario. It's high pressure in place. It's gorgeous conditions. It's going to be calm. It's going to be quiet. And we'll just run along and look at your temperatures here because we've got sunshine, 17 degrees in Toronto. Back to Gary with more details on stories across the country.
Hardware.
Wednesday is going to be very active for us in through Atlantic Canada. Stormy conditions. We have storm surge warnings in place, wind warnings, rainfall warnings. It will be very, very tricky to get around with the active weather. Fair weather across Ontario and Quebec looking gorgeous. In through the prairies, we still have that ridge of high pressure, very warm temperatures, and unsettled with rainy showers in through southern BC. Thursday, nice break there in southern BC. Cooler temperatures in Alberta. Chance of rain showers in through Calgary. Still warm here in southern southern Manitoba. And really, this week across southern Ontario is looking great. Sunshine, temperatures are on the rise into Friday. And for Friday, Toronto, your daytime high looks to be about 23 degrees. Not too bad. We have that nice clearing on Thursday and Friday in Atlantic Canada. And then cooler temperatures here for us across the prairies. Not cooler very dramatically, but it's more seasonal at about 14 degrees in through Regina. For southern BC, still seeing some sunshine there. And for Saturday, wet weather in BC, but otherwise it looks like a great travel day across the country.